Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I would like to thank once again for 10,000 subscribers and from my first ever car review with a 2021 Mercedes GLA 200. Now, 4 years later, we have here the 2017 Mercedes-Benz SLC 300. So this is my first ever convertible Mercedes that I'm going to drive, and as well a metal folding roof one too. So again, I would like to thank everyone here at the DEC, to Sir Jap and to Sir JP for making this review possible. And of course, I couldn't help it of reviewing a Mercedes once again in my milestone review. So I just came from my muscle car to you, so check those all out on my channel. Now, what do we have now with this SLC? Well, this one is based on the C-Class, but again, it's only a two-door convertible, well, sports car as they say, but more on that later on. Distinct grille over here with a very large three-pointed star. The ground clearance is actually low. I have to be wary of that later on when I get to test drive this. Being a SLC300, this one has a metal folding roof. You can operate this at speeds up to 40 kilometers per hour only. Hiring this Mercedes SLC300 is a M274 engine, a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that produces 245 horsepower and 370 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Well, Mercedes dubbed it as a 9G-tronic. Basically, it's a regular torque converter automatic. So despite being a small car and a 4-cylinder, the engine looks really big for what this is. And you can feel it into the cabin that it's shaking once you rev this. When I was doing my B-rolls earlier, by the way. So I feel this SLC feels a bit more like muscle car vibes rather than a sports car. And speaking of, from the dives I've done up to this point, even with this Mercedes, this can somewhat keep up with them because the acceleration time of this from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in 5.6 seconds. So, I really can't wait to drive this. Here at the rear of this Mercedes SLC 300, sorry for the shot because it's already a tight space here in the showroom. Open this boot up. Despite being a metal folding roof, you can still store amount of space as long it's just below here, because if you want to put the roof up itself, you can further extend the boot space if you want. But you have to remember, if you're gonna put the roof down itself, you have to fold this back down. The roof doesn't get destroy this tonneau roof cover. Don't know what you call this, but hey, still pretty practical for a 2-seater convertible. So this is the interior of this 2017 Mercedes SLC 300. Here in the door card, it's a long opening. There's door pockets wrapped in leather, and you get your Harman Kardon sound system along with your silver carbon fiber trims around the door handles and for your memory seat buttons. Oh, I forgot all about the door tab thing with Mercedes. So, again, pretty bulletproof. That's so thick. Despite being a convertible. Now, starter up. Ooh, sounds good for a 4-cylinder. Sounds like a mini V8, as I would say. Being an older Mercedes, I got used to the modern times. My apologies. You have here an analog tachometer and speedometer with a TFT display right in the middle, which displays all of your important information along with the drive modes and what gear you are in. And then here on the left side, you get an air conditioning vent, your light controls, and your electronic parking brake. And at the moment, for me, this is one of the most unique air conditioning vents I've ever seen. Still mimics like that of a 4-pointed star now, not a 3-pointed, kidding aside. But yeah, it looks really premium. Despite with an older system, this is a 7-inch infotainment system. You still get Apple CarPlay. At least, there's no Android Auto, but what I mean to complain about, this is a older Mercedes. It's not touchscreen, as you can see. You have to control everything here beside the cup holders with this swivel wheel. And here's for your navigation. It's pretty alright. I'm willing to forgive it. And then here for your media, radio, and then for your vehicle settings. You can control the driving modes here with the infotainment system and the swivel wheel, or as a separate button here. Press this dynamic select button. You have Eco, Comfort, Sport Plus, and individual mode. And I never knew this earlier Mercedes model years that have this individual modes already. So you can set up whatever you want. You want the engine in comfort, the steering in sport mode, and you can see it being displayed here too in the instrument cluster itself. Dynamic select. You can see too as well your fuel consumption and all that. And here in the steering wheel, yeah, feels really special. So simple buttons here for your instrument cluster functions, and then on the right side for your phone connectivity, paddle shifters all around, and we're not having a stock here like with a modern Mercedes. So your gear shift is right here. It's very small, but hey, at least it still gets the job done. I love the SLC embossment. It's gloss black around, but you're not gonna be touching that part anyway, so it's all right. And below the infotainment system, you get your very old school buttons for everything. I really miss this phone pad here. This was really my jam back with the older Mercedes models. Safety reminders here, auto start stop function too. Not to my surprise, it was present in this model. Air conditioning controls, and then further down here, open this up. You have a very small cubby space and a 12-volt socket. Not enough for a phone, it's really that small. And then here, center console box. Oh, that's pretty long. And you get 2 USB ports and connecting here for your Apple CarPlay devices. We're going to get one stock here for your wipers and all that. And above here, you get your lights, sunglasses holder. Visor, you get the vanity mirror with LED light. How about that? I mean, for my driving position, I'm a small guy. I mean, it's alright, I guess. It covers my face. And as you can see above here, you get a panoramic roof. So you can literally see the sky above you. But unlike with the European spec ones, I know this has a magic sky control thing. So you can literally turn it on and off if you want more sunlight coming in here to the cabin. And further behind here, you get a speaker and an extra storage. The seats here, it's a bit of a mix of a normal seat and a sport bucket type, but a bit more on the sportier side because there's a lot of bolstering. Open this glove box, you get, oh, it's a double glove box. How about that? A lot of space. So yeah, that's about it here with the interior of this SLC300. Let's go for a dive. This is it, gonna dive an SLC300. And those are just the sensors going off. And a few more things I missed. Speaking of the sensors, this has a reverse camera. The quality is actually pretty decent, and there's actually 2 more stocks here below the indicators. So you have one here for your electronic telescopic functions and for your cruise control functions. And here, just from a standstill, the 4-cylinder is something to behold. I mean, it's no V8, but it sounds really good. So Mercedes did probably something really good with this SLC. I can tell already it feels like more of a GT car rather than a sports car, so not to my surprise. Okay, off the line, so we're just in eco mode because I don't want to go cuckoo with this yet. The ride, it's stiff, however, it's not as stiff that I once expected. And then here over humps, yeah, it soaks them up pretty well. It's not as harsh as I would say compared like with the true AMG models. And then blind spot, okay, the corner windows is pretty big. Yeah, and the C-pillar is not as bad as I expected. Then here now, let's try sport mode. Then we'll go to sport plus once I get the hang of this. Oh, wow. And that's what I like too with this 9-speed automatic. It's not dual clutch leg, but it's very, very fast. Oh, wow! 370 Newton meters on the top. Right, wow, that feels much more faster than I expected. And the handling, I left it in sport mode because I want the heavier, you know, all know me, I prefer the Powys kind of steering. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, there's a lot of heft to it, but it's no, like supercar or race car feeling like. It's still very much, dailyable to drive this around here in the city, especially here around in Mandaluyong, which is, as you all can see, it's pretty crazy. And to activate manual mode, it's either with this button here in the gear shift, or you can literally just flick a paddle at will and it will just shift down, up and down. So I noticed in eco mode, it's just a little bit sluggish on the downshift, but once you flick it to sport mode, it's on another level. Yeah, the trade-off is with the firmer suspension. Yeah, you can feel a bit of the bumps here and there. The corning though is, yeah, really amazing. It's not like, I would be honest, MX-5 level. It's still good enough for, a very, very good sports car. So now let's try Sport Plus. Whoa! This 9-speed is amazing. It flicks up and down on my command. not gonna lie, this is so far one of the best sounding 4-cylinder turbocharged engines I've ever encountered. And I'm amazed with the 9G G-Tronic. Look, we just flick down. Wow, look at that. It's not dual clutch, but what a automatic transmission. It's a regular torque converter, as I mentioned. Oh my god. Yeah, my case will still stand though. It feels like a GT car, but this will be very, very good to bring on a road trip. And of course, if you want to put the roof down, yeah, this is going to be one of the best cars you've ever driven. Sadly, as much as I want to put the roof down while driving, the weather is not in our favor for us today. But hopefully on another time, and hopefully with another convertible. So never know, I'll drive another, maybe a much more modern Mercedes convertible. And here over the bumps, yeah, again with the stiff suspension, but it's not as crashy as I expected. And yeah, again, flick this again to Sport Plus. Look at that. I'm just left in automatic mode. It's amazing. Brakes feel really, really good too. Throttle response, not even delays, even with the turbo engine itself. I really can get over that exhaust. This is a stock exhaust, remember, and it's, yeah, it sounds really, really good. Sounds like a mini V8. My case will still stand with that. And few more things I've discovered here while driving this. Since I checked this out before driving this with the European stuff here and there. Yeah, I wish there was this magic sky roof, but for our market here in the Philippines, I don't mind that being on at all times. Surprisingly, it's very fun to throw around. I was not expecting this kind of drive with this SLC, because Mercedes tend to be more on the comfort side of things compared with its competitors. But for, I don't know, if I get the chance to drive the competition like with the other Germans, I can set this now as the benchmark. This is a lot better than I expected. So remember, this one is for sale here at the DEC. So this one retails at 3.2 million pesos. I would say it's pretty much worth it because it's a Mercedes. That's all I need to say with this car. Oh my god, that turbo boost is insane. So I just driven the Mustang EcoBoost. This is much faster. For of course double the price, but you're paying for that Mercedes badge, the 3-pointed star. And the quality fit and finish here, it's a Mercedes. There is no question. This is been absolutely rock solid. Just brought it back here in the garage. One thing I missed, fuel economy, 10.8 liters per 100 kilometers. That's around like 9.7 kilometers per liter. That's pretty good. Right, one more time. Zero to 100 kilometers per hour, 5.6 seconds. Very much believable. It's even quicker than some of the Stangs. Wow. Right. That concludes my 10,000 subscriber specials with this Mercedes SLC300. So again, I would like to thank everyone here at the DEC, to Sir Jap and to Sir JP for making this 10,000 subscriber special videos all possible. So check out my muscle car trio that I've just done here, and I think, I'll be honest, this is one of the favorite ones I've driven so far. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you hopefully with more reviews here at the DEC, hopefully with more special cars. Bye bye.